As I reflect on my journey as a university student, I am reminded of the countless times God intervened in my life, providing for me in ways I never thought possible. My name is Favor, and I studied microbiology at the university. I was known for my exceptional academic performance, dedication, and passion for learning. However, my life was not without its challenges. One of the biggest challenges I faced was my lecturer, Professor Smith. He was a well-respected academic in his field, but he had a dark secret. Professor Smith had a reputation for sleeping with his female students, and I had heard rumors about his exploits. As I progressed in my studies, I found myself in a difficult situation. Professor Smith was my lecturer for one of my core courses, and he had taken a particular interest in me. He would often call me to his office, supposedly to discuss my academic progresses, but I suspected that his intentions were far from pure. But before I dive into that aspect of my story, let me take you back to a time when I was struggling to make ends meet. As a student, I had to rely on my parents for financial support. But they were also struggling to make ends meet. There were times when I had to skip meals just to make sure I had enough money to pay my tuition fee. One day, I found myself in a particular difficult situation. I had not eaten all day and my stomach was glowing with hunger. I had no money to buy food and my cupboard were bare. I felt hopeless and helpless, wondering how I would make it through the day. As I sat in my room, feeling defeated, I began to pray. I asked God to provide for me, to give me the strength and the means to get through this difficult situation. I remember the words of Psalm 37 verse 25. I was young and now I am old, yet I have never seen the righteous forsaken, all their children begging bread. As I finished my prayer, I heard a knock at the door. Lo and behold, it was my neighbor, Mrs. Johnson, who had brought over a big pot of stew and some fresh bread. I was amazed and grateful for the tiny provision. But little did I know, my biggest challenge was yet to come. Professor Smith's advices were becoming more and more aggressive, and I knew I had to stand up for myself. I prayed for God to give me the strength and courage to resist Professor Smith's advances. And I remembered the word on Psalm 121 verse 7 to 8. The Lord will keep you from all harm. He will watch over your life. The Lord will watch over your coming and going, both now and forever. I stood up to Professor Smith. I felt a sense of peace and confidence. I knew that God was with me and that He would protect me. I told Professor Smith that I was not interested in his advances, and he was taken aback by my bravery. Professor Smith tried to persuade me to change my mind, but I stood firm. Finally, he realized that he was not going to get what he wanted from me, and he stormed out of the office, leaving me shaking but relieved. My encounter with Professor Smith was a turning point in my life. I realized that I had the power to stand for myself, to say no to people who tried to take advantage of me. I realized also that God was always with me, guiding and protecting me, even in the most difficult and challenging situation. Guess what? From that day on, I walked with a newfound confidence and courage. I knew that I could overcome any obstacles as long as I had God by my side. Now, just imagine where I would be if I hadn't surrendered my life to Christ. Just imagine where indeed I would have been if I had not surrendered my life to Jesus Christ. Think about it. You see, as a student or anyone facing life challenges, where would you be if you gave in to pressures from lecturers or struggled with overwhelming situation? My own struggles were immense, but Jesus Christ in my life was the game changer. I stand as a testament to God's greatness and the gift of salvation that everyone, regardless of their background or circumstances, desperately needs. I've really learned to trust God in all circumstances, and I've seen Him come through for me time and time again. My dear, if you're going through a tough time, I want you to know that you are not alone. Don't give up. If you're a student, don't feel like you need to compromise your value to get ahead. Instead, turn to God and trust in His goodness. He is faithful and He will see you through. Remember, Jesus Christ is the Son of God and He loves you deeply. He wants to help you and guide you through life challenges. So don't be afraid to reach out to Him and ask for His help. I hope my story will inspire you to trust God more deeply. He is worthy of our trust and He will never let us down. Thank you very much for listening to this point. And please guys, don't forget to watch, like, comment, and share this video with your loved ones to learn from our story. Subscribe to my channel to get notified when I drop other life-changing tales. I love you so much. But guess what? Jesus Christ loves you best.